Hey there, my name is Welonz, and welcome back to The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine, the very last DLC. Oh my goodness, can you believe it? So we're just about ready to start the first quest here, but before then, I want to talk about what I've done since the last video. I did something that's probably pretty crazy, and that is I went and did all the question marks in Skellige. Every single question mark. It's not even in the legend anymore. I think I had about 57 or so, but I basically did it while I was watching TV or whatever, so it wasn't too bad. But disappointingly enough, it was all pretty much just loot. And in all my time here, I only found two interesting things. There was a treasure hunt with a note, right here. And then, over here, near the ancient crypt. I was sailing my boat around here to get to this cache, and I found that there was a quest here. So before we start Blood and Wine for real, let me just show you those things first. There's a hidden treasure right between the islands here. Notes about treasure and Fizztech. Of course. I've had enough. My father and brother think I'm nothing. All they do is laugh at me. They're always laughing, saying my face is fair as a maid's, and I'm only fit for lying in bed with maids and certainly not for battling with men. And one day, one of those cuckolded husbands is going to break my neck. True, never have had much problem securing ladies' affections, but that's not something I asked for. Marie wouldn't let me leave her bedchamber, so we dallied on till her husband, Nora's Ironsides, and his mates came back with their lootings. I jumped into a wardrobe and stayed to listen, though it was uncomfortable as all get out. They said they'd sunk some great treasure ship by the rocks between Pharaoh and Art Skellige, and that come morning, they intended to go fish it out. Once they'd drunk themselves to sleep, I slipped out of the wardrobe and told Marie we should slit all their throats, get that treasure ourselves, and leave those horrible isles, go somewhere better, Kovir or even Novigrad. Marie didn't take long to convince, because her husband was a true whoreson and beat her terribly, so Norris and his mates are bits in a fish's guts by now, and I'm off to find my fortune. Who cares that I'm not too skilled a sailor and a storm's coming? I'll be done and gone before the hit hits. Oh, thank you for the treasure then. He came by himself all the way out here to the middle of freaking nowhere. Oh my god. Some guy who doesn't even know how to sail. Well, don't worry, I'll make good use of the treasure here. If the sirens don't kill me. I don't see anything though. No. Cut it out. I don't even see a ship here though, so am I looking for... Maybe we gotta go a little bit deeper. Oh, here we go. The whole ship flipped already. A sword. There you go. Hey! We have a quest here!
I don't deserve to die like this!
I don't know about that, but I'll save you anyway, preemptively. Oh my god, somebody literally left this guy out for the birds. Just like Bernard Bran. My goodness. I can save you this time, but if I don't set you free, the same thing will happen again, huh? Jorg.
Free me, I beg of ye!
Why'd they chain you here?
I didn't like old Greta. No, but I didn't want his death. Free me, please. I was framed for murder.
This is it? I believe you or I don't believe you. Based off this one sentence he says here, I kinda don't believe him, because he says he was framed, but then right before that he's like, oh, I didn't want his death. So that sounds like you had something to do with it. But you're saying you were framed? But you know what? I'm feeling nice today. I'm feeling benevolent. So I'll let you free.
Guess I believe you.
Thanks. I won't forget this. I've no way to pay you, but we ever meet again, I'll get you back for what you done.
Can you walk?
Don't fret about me. I just need to rest a spell, then I'll be fine. Thank you for your help.
Well, he seems grateful enough. Maybe someday we'll see him again.
Never mind me. Just need a bit of rest. Thank you for your help.
I don't really believe him though, but you know. Maybe if we go across Skellige, we'll see this guy again, but there's not really any way to confirm that what he says is true. But they put him here assuming that he would die anyway, so if we let him go now, maybe he'll turn over a new leaf and live better from now on. Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate that out of 60 question marks, there was really only one that was interesting, and the other one, the crime and punishment one, that wasn't even a question mark, so... But because we did all that, I now have a metric frick ton of money. 74k, 75 really. I spent some of it to buy some cherry cordials, mandrake cordials that I saw along the way with innkeepers, and I also bought some food. Can you believe it? Usually wouldn't spend money on food, but I did think we should do that because at that point, we only had alcohol and that's just not too convenient for fighting. I also cleaned up my inventory a little bit. Oh, the last time, I forgot to look at the sword I got from Olgierd, so I think we'll try looking at that today too because it seems like it's a special sword. Iris. Weapon charges with energy during combat. When its color changes to red, a strong attack will release this energy in an extra powerful strike at the cost of part of the attacker's vitality. Sounds kind of situational. I'm not sure if it's going to be really good for me, but we can just try it out for the next little bit, huh? Yeah, it's like a cool Ophiri blade. Okay, well with that said, I think it's finally time for us to start Blood and Wine then. We're at the Seven Cats Inn right now because I think this is the first place where we initially saw the quest.
I heard some lizard at one of its nest there. Wouldn't go down those holes if you paid me.
Mikhail's no fool. Maybe he sniffed out a way to make some coin.
A reptile would cuff up a coin purse.
This is so sad. Everyone's hissing at me. Because we're at the Seven Cats Inn right now and there's cats all over the place. Anyway though, the specific notice that we're looking for... We read all this pretty much. Appeal to Sir Geralt of Rivia, the bridge his crest. Geralt of Rivia, at the behest of our merciful sovereign, her illustrious grace Anna Henrietta, we have journeyed to the northern realms to lay before you our mission. A terrible monster has appeared in the duchy of Toussaint, a beast that has committed heinous crimes against her grace's subjects. Only the most famous among witchers has the ability to destroy the beast. Thus we humbly beseech you to appear in the village of Holloway, where we shall await you in full hope that you will deign to hear of our woes and liberate our land from the clutches of fear. Your humble servants, Sirs Palmerin de Landfall and Milton de Peyrac Peyrin, knights in the service of her grace in the duchy. I guess back in the day, if you wanted to find somebody, you couldn't really contact them personally, so you had to put up a notice here. Okay. Meet the knights from Toussaint in Holloway. Where is Holloway? Oh, in the Stonecutters Settlement. That's interesting. Okay, well, let's head over then. Geographically speaking, in the world map, where would Toussaint be? Oh, right here. Okay. Can I look at it already, or... Now let's wait till we actually set foot in there.
Sir Knights, leave us be, we beg you.
I feared. We ain't in need of no help.
You have suffered enough, Planter. Enough rape. Fear not, for we shall spill only the blood of outlaws. To you we grant liberation.
What are you guys doing?
It won't be as cocky once the Baron's men whip your arse.
Well, their armor...
Like crickets.
Baron Palmerin of Lanfale's coat of arms. Very brightly colored.
Geralt of Rivia.
Ha! Sit with us, Witcher.
Found your message on a notice board.
You see, Palmerin? I told you. The griffin at White Orchard. I knew that were we only to follow the tracks of its slayer, we would in the end find Geralt.
Milton de Peyrac Peyrin and Palmerin de Lawnful. Good to see you both. Been years.
Be assured, we share your joy.
You must forgive us our, surroundings. When we pledged to place the village under our protection, the village elder gave us this hut as our lodgings. He swore it is the best hut in the village.
Get involved in some squabble?
We discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison that left this land still is at the mercy of numerous plagues. The tyranny of bandits the most onerous among them. These plunderers shall soon descend on this village to collect tribute. Milton and I will dissuade them.
We are both sworn to fight injustice and oppression wherever they rear their heads. The matter does not concern you, of course, but do us the kindness of waiting. Once we have dealt with these marauders, we have a matter we must present to you.
Huh, does the second option imply that we're not gonna fight the bandits? There is a point in that, but might as well, I guess.
So, plan to go out and meet the bandits when they arrive? Fight them?
Palmerin wishes first to appeal to their sense of decency. But I expect they will be deaf to this.
Yeah, completely.
We must afford them a chance to stand down. Many a hardened outlaw has left the path of wrongdoing upon hearing words of admonition.
Doesn't happen in these lands. Ever.
If they do not heed my reprimand, we at least will know we have done all within our means to evade bloodshed.
Fine. Naturally, I'll help when Palmerin's rhetoric falls on deaf ears.
Excellent. Then we've but to wait for the rogues to arrive.
They's a coming!
Hear that? Your bandits have arrived.
Let us go out to greet them.
Oh! Don't hurt the kitty!
Hark! Contemptible curs!
Oh, their faces are concealed.
He mean us?
I, Palmerin de Lawnfall, call upon you to repent. Set your hearts. Do you not see that they are blackened?
Regular Punch and Judy here.
To prey upon commoners is no honor. To loot their meager stores, abandon the path of shame, and we will spare you.
Wow.
Right good jest, that. Had us a laugh. Now, fuck off or we lose our patience and you lose something else.
Nay, wait, Zorg. These lads are a lark. Mayhaps they know some tricks.
Oi, players! Can you toss balls all loopity-like? Or do that thing where one spits fire while the other farts?
Noble Palmerin's giving you a chance. Now I'm gonna give you some advice. Do what he says.
Or what?
Or you'll find yourself fighting knights errant in the pay of the Duchess of Toussaint. And they eat scum like you with their morning porridge.
Well, there's 3 of them. 2 turtled up in armor. We'll come back later.
Some wench sent them. Folk who say we's afeard of wenches and jesters.
Ooh, insulted the Duchess. Not good.
Indeed, we cannot let the affront go unpunished. I swear upon the heron you will pay with your own blood.
By the crane, villains, ready your arms!
Oh, looks like we'll get to test out our sword already.
Come on!
Okay, Tawny Owl and Hanged Man's Venom.
As a bunch, lads!
You're fucked.
There's a lot of them.
Show me what you got.
The sword apparently uses vitality some way though, so we should be careful about that too. Holy god, I nearly died. Did I nearly die because a bandit hit me, or was it because of the sword? I gotta go look at the effects more carefully again. What? Quit chasing me. Oh, wrong guy. Wanted to get you. Wrong guy again. Oh. Wrong one, but I guess that might work. No.
You'll never learn.
Wait. Zorg? Is that the guy I just saved? At Skellige? Well, that's gotta be a different guy, right?
For the Duchess! For Toussaint!
For Toussaint!
Why do they not emerge? It is over. We have banished the scoundrels, lifted oppression's yoke from their lives.
Warned you it'd be like this. Fear you as much as they did the bandits now. Sorry, no fanfares and flowers. You're not in Toussaint.
Ah, it is true what folk claim. In the north, no noble deed goes unthwarted. It is time to go home.
And we shall, my friend. Come, Geralt. It's time we delivered our message.
It's rare for us to come across people with such a strong sense of justice.
So fess up. What brings you such a long way?
We are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition
is sacred in Toussaint. All right, fine.
Most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious, which prey on the defenseless of this world. Whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved. Answer you now our present summons. Free us from the beast which floods our streets with blood, and sows panic in the hearts of rich and poor alike. Come to our aid, Witcher. Thus humbly beseeches you the Star-Crossed City's most gracious protectress, Her Illustrious Highness, Duchess Anna Henrietta.
Shall you answer her call?
Anna Henrietta really say all that? Word for word?
Well, in point of fact, she said, bring me the Witcher and dare not spare your horses. Only make certain this time he comes alone. The Ducal Chamberlain added the rest. You know how it is.
Yeah, I remember.
I might add, be it unofficially, that a hefty reward awaits. Yet the specifics you will need to verify with Her Illustrious Highness.
Well, I got 75k, so maybe the reward isn't really all too enticing for me. Anna Henrietta is saying make sure you come alone this time, because the last time in the books we came with Dandelion, and we had this long thing where Geralt was basically messing around in Toussaint for a full month, not looking for Ciri. And during that time, Dandelion and Anna Henrietta were so close that Dandelion was gonna stay there forever. Until things went south, and then, they're not talking anymore, of course.
Might be the most fervent request that I take a contract ever. And the most polite. And now we've got all that behind us. I want to hear more about this beast. Some kind of monster? Just guessing.
Most assuredly, though no one has caught a good look at it as yet. Our only sure witnesses. The bodies massacred in a brutal, horrid manner.
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they glimpsed the beast. Each quite different. To my mind, these witnesses lie.
How many victims so far?
2. When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately to fetch you. promising grants of land and fortunes in gold, should you answer her summons.
An ill wind blows, Geralt. The beast cannot be tracked. Folks say it wields black magic. Also, both victims were nobly born, and the start of a tourney draws near.
I don't think the victims necessarily lied, but if they're super scared, then they're not reliable, but maybe they didn't lie on purpose. The drawings freaking look like Slender Man or something. They look very eldritch.
Beast wields black magic? What makes you say so?
The first victim vanished between bites at a feast. Of the feast-goers, none noticed this. They saw but an open window, then heard desperate cries from the street below, where a corpse had just been found.
The second killing, similar. A night in a locked room. Servants all about the house. Guards all around the estate. Yet the beast somehow got him out, dragged him to the town square, and killed him there. No one saw, nor heard a thing.
We have no fear of creatures against which sword and shield protect, but of this beast, nothing is known, save that it cannot be traced, kills effortlessly, and with no rhyme or reason we can discern.
Bites. If you say bites, I would immediately assume vampire. A higher vampire that can mask as a human?
Anyone tried to hunt it? Knights errant, for example?
Ha! Many have tried. Baiting, waiting in ambush, but to no avail.
The beast is clever. It evades all traps and attacks of a sudden. It is like a ghost.
An experienced tracker. This is what we need, with knowledge of monsters. In short, we need you.
Mentioned a tourney. Why doesn't the Duchess just call it off?
Simply, it is too late. The guests have arrived. The best knights of all lands, relatives of the Emperor. The beast could be a threat to others, not just to Her Grace's subjects.
Got it. Before an aristocrat dies, at best it's a scandal. At worst, a diplomatic incident.
Yeah, you could send them all home, but no, you want to save face.
I sometimes think back to all the contracts I've ever taken from sovereigns. Can't name hardly any where I came out ahead.
You cannot be thinking to refuse.
No. Just struck by a thought. How the Duchess can sometimes be... demanding.
So you accept the contract. Excellent!
We must set off at once. We long wanted this land searching for you. Yet time is of the essence.
Ready to go, soon as you're packed.
Then post-haste to Toussaint.
To Toussaint!
To Toussaint! By the way, I didn't look up a synopsis for Blood and Wine either, so I don't really know what we're gonna see here. Blood and wine are both red and liquidy. Kind of easy to mistake for each other. So maybe we're gonna go spill some wine and drink some blood.
Toussaint, the land of love and wine.
Exactly how I remembered it.
You will find Beauclair has changed some these past years.
Walk about when you have the chance. You will see for yourself.
To me, place always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces.
Do you insinuate that we are somehow odd? I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron.
The Heron. Whoa! Did we interrupt? Oh my god. Wait, what is that though? Is that... Is that a Cyclops or some kind of giant? But they've kind of decorated him.
For my lady!
Guillaume, watch out!
I'd kill a monster!
All for one and one for all!
I don't know what oil. Goliath. Oh god, he hits hard. Oh! I was hoping Axie would help, but not really. Oh! Oh! Oh.
Big beast. Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, out with it. Which fair damsel inspired you to vow to kill that filth?
The most beautiful among them.
Better be.
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he need not reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succor. This trophy, sir, is yours.
A giant this close to human settlements? Strange.
Well, that was no ordinary giant. His name was Goliath, rumored to have been a knight once, but one who broke his vows. For this, the Lady of the Lake transformed him into a wild giant and banished him into the Gorgon Hills.
So he came back down? Why?
Several times each year, hunger chased him into the lowlands. Goliath had killed and devoured many shepherds. Guillaume's hunt served a noble cause. At any rate, it's a tale for more agreeable environs.
Well, the way you talk about it made it sound like a fairy tale. Oh, the Lady of the Lake came down and changed this guy to a giant. But then he's actually a giant. So it's not a fairy tale. Which means the Lady of the Lake? The same one that we've met before?
I'll take the trophy. Why not? Could find someone who'll pay to buy it. Put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Toussaint, we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a monstrosity, as the famed Gottfried, known as the Giant Killer, did.
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to Geralt.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. It struck again. The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien de la Tour's guardsmen are there already, securing the area.
Securing the area? Better go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any evidence.
Set forth then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt has arrived. We'll meet later, near Guillaume's tent at the tourney grounds. I shall take you then to see her grace.
Wow, we've only been here for like 10 minutes, but it feels like a completely different country already. Very obviously inspired by France? Everybody seems to have French accents too, and oh my god, a greater red mutagen! Right off the bat! It's my lucky day. Okay, well, let's equip it right away then. We have... Oh, we got 6 red ones now. Lesser red ones? Maybe I got them from the question marks in Skellige. I got no clue. But we actually don't even need them, because all I gotta do is... plop it down right here. Cool. Awesome. We didn't get a chance to look at it again earlier, but Iris, how does this work exactly? Plus 50% attack power. Oh no, that's the Hangman's Venom. Weapon charges with energy during combat. When its color changes red, a strong attack. Ah, a strong attack. So I get to decide when to release it. Okay, well, we'll keep trying it for the next little bit because the level is still pretty good. It's level 37. Compared to the one that I usually have, this one's actually better. And I didn't even put any runes on it yet either. Cool. Dahlia. That's the one that we just got. Goliath Trophy. 5% bonus experience from monsters. Ain't gonna beat this one. Okay. The Beast of Beauclair. Eyewitnesses to gruesome monster attacks always have a hard time describing the creature in question. The beasts move quickly and often attack at night, while the witnesses are terrified and primarily concerned with fleeing for their lives. As a result, witchers quite often have no inkling what creature they face until they find tracks or otherwise establish something for themselves. Such was the case with the beast tormenting Beauclair. Geralt knew it was deadly, elusive, and fiendishly clever. Everything else he heard was clearly the product of imaginations fed by the fear of a dangerous predator. Well, if this silhouette is right, it seems very humanoid. Did we have any more here? Goliath. According to legend, Goliath had once been a knight who had violated his vows, for which he was punished by the Lady of the Lake. Transformed into a giant, he fled into the mountains and would only descend into the inhabited lowlands when hunger forced him to it. There is no knowing how much truth lies in the legend. Yet it is controvertible fact that this dangerous giant gobbled up shepherds and sheep alike, and was so widely feared, governesses used him to scare children into eating their vegetables. Yeah, I guess that's true. We see a giant here, and we say he was punished by the Lady of the Lake, but we don't know that, right? The only fact that we really know is that he's just a giant. He seems kinda malnourished though. Poor guy, the hunger pangs, man. Though he came across as a wild, unthinking beast, Goliath used simple tools and any item could turn into a deadly weapon in his powerful hands. When fighting Geralt, Goliath wielded a millstone, making his every blow truly crushing. Luckily, Geralt had already had some experience slaying giants and made quick work of Goliath as well. With the much appreciated help of the three knights, Milton de Peyran, Palmerin de Launfal, and Guillaume de Launfal. Oh, they have the same last name. Spectres. Ethereal. Oh, I never looked at this back when we fought Olgierd. The human mind is as wild and unexplored, a place as any land far beyond the seas. It is inhabited by manifold dangers, fears, painful memories, traumas. These lurk on the edge of our consciousness, like predators waiting for a moment of weakness in which to reveal themselves and destroy us. Arturius Vigo. Hey, maybe that's Fringilla's ancestor, family member. The painted world created in the mind of Iris von Everec was mainly populated by figures from her memories, but was also home to dangerous predatory creatures, the embodiments of her fears. The most dangerous of these, the Ethereal, invoked her greatest fear, and wore the face of her husband. The Ethereal resembled Olgierd in appearance and also fought using a technique similar to his. A group of 6 such creatures lay in wait for Geralt, yet at first only one engaged him in battle. This one's death awoke the next, which was more powerful than the first, and so it went to the end, with a stronger Ethereal replacing a fallen, weaker brother, until all were defeated. Yet Geralt had to be careful, for the slightest amount of damage dealt to a being awaiting his turn would cause him to come alive and join his still living comrade in the fight. Oh, what, really? Oh, I don't think we ran into that. Fortunately, I guess. In the end, the best tactic against these nightmarish beings proved to be a well-timed counterattack. The Wraith from the painting. Quite often a wraith is tied to an object, something it clung to during life or a location, such as its place of death. In either case, we are dealing with the same causal agent, a strong emotional tie from which the wraiths draw strength. While wandering the von Everec's abandoned estate, Geralt came into contact with a woman's wraith haunting the house. The restless spirit had mastery over the house's furnishings, and in particular, over the paintings hanging from its walls. It moved freely between their canvases, entering one and exiting through another. At first, it tried to scare Geralt into giving up his search. Then, when it was clear the strategy would not work, it attacked him directly. Geralt's battle against the Wraith proved very difficult, for it was fueled by rage and launched its attacks with heated aggression. Geralt was forced to move with lightning speed in order to parry its blows, without time to take a breath or launch an attack of his own. What's more, the Wraith had created a bond with the paintings around it, and until the Witcher severed this tie, it would continually regain any lost strength. The key to victory over the Wraith from the painting was to focus on parrying its blows and only attack sporadically, at exactly the right moments. Any attempt to attack in a flurry was always punished with a deadly counterattack. I actually don't remember it being that hard. This one seemed like one of the ones where you could just do it by brute force. There's another one here, or... Oh, okay. We will read the biographies later on. Let's actually take some time to walk around first, since we're at a new place now. Oh, can I look at the map? Dulcinea Windmill. Lady Dulcinea was a nobleman at Duchess Caroberta's court. According to legend, whenever she appeared, duel's knights would duel for her favor, and noble women would faint out of jealousy. Yet rather than accepting the advances of one of her gentleman suitors, Lady Dulcinea, tired of the pomp of the ducal court, agreed to the proposal of a simple miller and abandoned the palace to dwell with him in his mill. Word is, she lived there happily ever after. Isn't that wonderful? Whoa. Huh. Toussaint is a pretty decent size, huh? Many little towns here and there. Cool. Oh, but look at this, though. That's pretty. Milton's probably like, oh my god, Geralt. Can I get in there? Into the house? Is there a point? No. Okay. We'll lead the way, Milton.
Such good fortune you found us.
All you have to do is offer a great reward.
Brave kid, Guillaume.
Parmanin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kin.
Mutations in Grandmaster Witcher gear. In Blood and Wine, you can undergo additional Witcher mutations to unlock new capabilities. Soon you will run into a messenger who will deliver a very interesting letter. Read it and investigate the story of Professor Moreau to learn more about these mutations. They say a master craftsman lives in Toussaint who can craft Witcher gear of unequaled quality. What's more, you will receive special bonuses for wearing all or part of a set of this extraordinary equipment. Cool, and I got a lot of money on me too, so we can probably do that, huh?
Come on, Roach.
Oh my god!
Slow now, whoa.
There's peacocks just walking around! No wonder they have so many feathers on their helmets.
I do what they pay me to do.
Not so fast, Roach.
Are you a lookout? It's so bright and colorful here.
If my lips don't stink of wine, my wife won't know they're mine.
Toussaint is famous for wine?
Can't get used to the way you knights talk, especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition.
Clearly, the peasants aren't bound by the same thing.
Hey there.
The Cockatrice Inn. Yes. There was a time when the Cockatrice's owner, Adam de... It's not Guy, is it? Guy? Loved to recount the tale of how the inn got its name. In his youth, his story went, he served as squire to a knight-errant, and together they defeated a bloodthirsty cockatrice. The beast's head decorated the auberge's entrance for many years, until a certain traveler from Oxenford ascertained it was unfortunately but a rather amateurish hobbling together of pheasant, weasel, and pig parts. His pride wounded, the Guy took down his trophy, but the inn kept its name. All these legends sound so fantasy-like. We're just passing through today.
Bugger me.
Did we want to go a little bit faster? Got these nice little shacks here.
No one here. They must have removed the body already.
Let's look around. Make sure they didn't miss anything.
How are we gonna find evidence if they remove the body? Is that how you find evidence? Okay. Oh, even the birds sound different here.
Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went. Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
We should get ready.
Got guests. Careful.
What kind of guests? Scurver. Ooh. What is it? It's like a spiky drowner. Milton, can you please... Oh! Oh my god. My worst nightmare. What is this? Sorry, I just gotta wade through the water first.
I will fail you all! Oh, my name is not Milton de Peracmeren!
Ooh, they hit far. Oh. There seems to be one more. Oh, we just got a rot fiend blood. It's a kind of rot fiend. So not a spiky drowner, but a spiky rot fiend.
Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
Junk that came down the river.
We must keep searching.
Hey, junk is right up my alley.
Notice anything interesting?
Alas, nothing.
Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free.
Well, it seems like they ruined a lot of everything already.
Gonna dive in, make sure they didn't miss anything.
By the way, right now we have 3 objectives. Defeat the necrophage is not done because there's one more here.
I will fail you all! Oh, my name is not Milton de Peracmeren!
Oh god!
Drawn here by the smell of blood. Let's keep looking.
Yeesh. They hit hard. Search the riverbank for signs of guardsmen's activities. And also search the nets for clues.
Junk, and more junk.
We want to go out there. I assume you're not going to be following me, Milton? Your armor is a bit heavy, after all, isn't it? Boots? Guardsman's boots? Linen. Wooden spoon. Handkerchief monogrammed DIC.
Oh, kerchief. Monogrammed DLC.
Oh, L.
A noble's accessory, clearly. Need to comb the bank.
Wait. DLC? Is that supposed to be DLC? Or somebody's name who's actually something la something?
Look, a boat was launched here. Guardsmen must have loaded the body parts onto it, taken them somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask there.
They're already looking over here.
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet, of the day a quartered corpse was pulled from the river.
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Delacroix? It cannot be. Was it he the beast slew?
Seems so. Knew him well?
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions no matter the odds, fighting his foes to the bitter end.
Foes? You have a lot of them?
He did, but I do not see what that has to do with the beast. Ah, Geralt, you've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past, to which I'd rather not return now.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I'd feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time.
You guys are all very loyal. I guess it's just part of their culture. It's not like back in Novigrad or Temeria where everyone's like, F the Emperor! That must be the same inn that we just passed, huh? The Cockatrice Inn?
Once you have finished examining the corpse, be sure to report to Anarietta.
Anarietta? She related to Anna Henrietta? Or does everybody here just have similar names?
Anarietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself at times. We address each other by our first names in private. Never in Pomerin's presence, however.
Oh.
He finds such familiarity offensive. A watering hole for traders, smugglers, boatmen. But you will find no better crayfish chowder in all Toussaint.
They say. What? With no lads brave enough? Of course we have. But bravery's not enough against the beast. It wields dark powers.
By my troth! Could that be the musty scent of fresh pâté?
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac-Peyran. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited 2 men to join us, yet since Sir de Peyrac-Peyran in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
Name's Geralt.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with Sir de Peyrac-Peyran.
Spare us the petty insults. Geralt is a master of the witchering trade. He has questions concerning the beast's last victim.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red as blood.
Ask Geralt, please, or we shall be here till winter.
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw...
By my troth, to the point, man. You found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. What happened then? Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all?
Not a soul around, just me. As for noteworthy, well...
What did you see? But be warned, if I hear the sky was red again...
I saw a head bobbing, eyes bulging, the tongue blue and popped out. Next to it, a hand rocking upon the water.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corvo Bianco to keep it cool, see?
Oh?
What? Why, Corvo Bianco is Baron Russell's estate. When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was auctioned off.
Who was that? Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Linnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Russell's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The ducal chancellery bought it, in fact. Russell now bunks with his brother in Vicofaro.
I told Russell he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one draw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have defined that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
So folk think the beast's divine punishment.
Knights have turned their backs on the old customs. Where they were defenders of the duchy, they're now defenders of their own tushes.
Why, you insolent...
Let him talk.
The Duchess trades in titles, grants honors to ill-doers. We've strayed from the path of virtue, lost the gods' favor, so the gods sent retribution.
Don't listen to that nonsense, Geralt. It's rehashed street preacher codswallop.
Yes, the rebel-rousers have been sprouting up like weeds lately, each offering the same bill of goods.
They say anything else about the beast? Besides it being a messenger of the gods?
The Toussaintois are no fools. They see clearly the beast kills on days honoring patron saints.
Picky monster.
Interesting. Either everyone is doing something to piss off the monster on that day, or the monster is intelligent, so it's picking that day on purpose. I'm sort of getting the impression that it is intelligent right now, though.
Thanks for the hospitality. Time I examined the corpse.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Not coming with? Oh yeah, duty of some sort calls.
Some sort? Ha! Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the palace gardens. When you see me in my costume, you will wet yourself laughing.
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story. One involving lengthy digressions into local history and tradition. So, see you later, Milton, and good luck.
Funny how Milton got mad at the guy earlier for using flowery language, when he does the exact same thing too.